Welcome to your energy update with the angels. I'm Devon Duerr, angel intuitive and spiritual teacher. The overall energy right now is supporting you in learning something new. What is something you've always wanted to try, or is there some kind of skill you can add and go to a higher level? Well, we're going to dive deeper into this angel guidance, but first I have a custom affirmation for you to help you open up and affirm these messages from the angels and help you interpret what they mean for you. If you'd like to, go ahead and write this in the comment section below this video. I am taking my skills to new and higher levels. I am taking my skills to new and higher levels. Now let's dive deeper into this guidance so you can clarify on where you want to maybe look into adding a new skill. Is there something you've always wanted to try? Quick, what was the first thing that came to your mind when you heard me say that? Let me know in the comments too if there was something that you're like, I've always wanted to try learning how to go sailing on a sailboat. I've always wanted to try painting and taking a painting class. What are the things that come to mind for you when you hear this? Stay open to that guidance because there really is so much supportive energy for you there. Quick reminder, I always say a prayer of protection, asking that I only connect with God's highest vibrational beings, and these messages be meant for you anytime you come across them. But if something doesn't resonate, leave it behind or come back and listen later. Use the gift of hindsight to see what they're talking about. But just remember, we are affirming and opening up to this guidance, and you will know what it is for you and what's meant for you if your heart gets excited about the idea. So let's go back into where in your life could you add a new area of study? Where could you try something new, learn more about a topic? And this could be with your spiritual transformation. We've already been getting a lot of messages about taking our spiritual transformation to a new level. I know many of you have already been working on that, but for those of you who are just new to learning how to use your natural born intuitive abilities, you are here because you are highly intuitive. You were born with these abilities, but a lot of times we shut them down because of different challenges in our life. So if you are somebody that isn't quite sure if you are intuitive, I'm here to tell you you are. I'm also here to tell you you are a light worker. Even if it's not something you do professionally, you can use your light to work magic in your life. And the first way you do that is through self-discovery and taking your own skills to the new level. So maybe one of the things you want to learn how to do is use your intuition on a deeper level or access new ways of using your intuition. Well, the angels have a lot of guidance for you on that. And if you're somebody who's already been doing this for a long time, you are so welcome here as well. You will know what these messages are meant for you and what they're talking about, taking a skill to a new level or trying something new, because there is so much supportive energy for you to do that right now at the time you're hearing these messages. All right, so let's dive deeper into where the angels see that you have felt like, okay, there's all these things going on. I feel like something's missing. I feel like I don't have all the information. Maybe you've been trying to take action on something and it just doesn't feel like the right time. Well, the guidance here is to review your plans and see where you could change up your schedule a little bit. Maybe it is that you've always wanted to take that pottery class down the road and you just feel like you've never had time. What could you do right now to start holding space? Maybe you can't sign up for that class right now, but could you begin making changes in your schedule right now, moving things around so that in 3 months, 6 months, or a year from now, you do have that time? I know a lot of you are entrepreneurs in your own right. Could this be where you need to shift up your schedule with your clients? Do you need to let go of some clients to make more room for yourself? Do you need to let go of some other kind of social activity so you still have time for work and doing these things that you have always wanted to do? And your heart knows what that is. It will light up as you recall these things that you've always wanted to do. And so what they want you to know is if you really buckle down and focus on honoring all your commitments and rearranging your schedule in the best way necessary so that you can have time for these things, this is going to open up these new opportunities. In fact, I believe it was in one of my most recent angel messages. If you follow these every week, they were talking a lot about honoring your commitments, focusing, buckling down, and getting things done. And a lot of times when we clear away the things that are nagging on us that we've been putting off, all of a sudden new opportunities open up, new timelines where you suddenly have time to do something. And I found that that happens for me often in my regular schedule. If I'm putting off some of these mundane tasks that have to do with something I don't really want to do, right? I love sharing angel message with you. I love working with other intuitives, other like-minded people. And then I got to sit here and reconcile my books. I've got to pay some bills. I've got to clean the garage, right? And I'm putting off all these things and I'm feeling overwhelmed. When I buckle down and just start knocking those things off my list, all of a sudden I get help with something else in my life that opens up a few extra hours for me to do some work with the angels or work with all of you. So really trust that by focusing on getting things done and honoring your commitments, but then being careful not to overload yourself with new commitments, you're going to be opening up this space. So that example might be, okay, you keep your current client roster, but 3 months from now, you're blocking out time where people can book with you for creative projects. And I know that can be a little scary to do. We don't want to just give up income right away. We need that financial security. We need security in our material resources to allow that creativity to come through. But you'll know what this is for you. It may not even have to do with business. Maybe you're retired and you're used to, being the free babysitter all the time for grandkids or neighbors' kids, and you're realizing, you know what, I need to give them a heads up. They need to start looking for more help because I want time to take a vacation or I want time to take this class. So you know what that is for you. Now, they also see the way recently you've really stepped into your power. You've really asserted your independence with something, especially with your creativity. And they really want to applaud you for being independent with your creativity because, again, back to that conditioning they were talking about at the beginning of these messages. So we're undoing a lot of this conditioning, and maybe you were taught there is only one way to do something. And you've said, you know what, I think there's another way to do this that makes it more fun. You're getting creative with that. Maybe you've learned from a teacher or a master how to do something, but you're realizing there's a new innovative way to do it. And you're going to have to just break out of that mold and show others that you can be successful doing it your way. Well, they're proud of you for taking that step, for being independent in whatever way that is for you. Now, at the time you're hearing these messages, they are reiterating you probably have too much going on right now. There's either too much work in your life, too many commitments. Again, they do want you to honor your commitments, but it's time to start asking for help from others. Maybe you do need to get somebody to help watch your kids so you can complete that work project so that you can begin taking clients off your roster, whatever that is for you, because there is a risk that things are so out of balance you could cause some stress-related health concerns. Now, we're not calling that in. This is simply a heads up. Hey, what is something that is just burdening you right now that maybe you could get somebody to help you do? It could be as simple as asking somebody else to help you get your groceries. If you've ever tried an online grocery delivery service, and that takes that off your list so that you can do something else that you have committed to. Now, I know I get a lot of pushback on stuff like that. Some people, I tried it, it was terrible. Well, maybe it's time to try it again, maybe to try a new approach, give more directions and instructions when ordering your foods, or just be more selecting, whatever that is for you. But you'll know, sometimes this is where we have to be reminded of activating the giving and receiving cycle. When you let somebody else go get your groceries for you for a fee, or you let somebody else clean your house for a fee so that you have more time, they are now getting that income that they need. So a lot of times we have to get out of that lack mentality where it's like, well, I don't want to spend the money when I could just do it myself. What about if that person really needs that income and now you get to use that time to create something better that helps the whole world? So think of it from that perspective. They really want us to do that. Where is there something that you could ask for help because there's too much going on? You're feeling stressed. If you're catching yourself waking up in the middle of the night thinking about things, getting caught in worries, getting caught in your to-do list, there's something there that the angels are asking you, go get help. See if you can change up your schedule. See if you can even get advice. And this could be help with your emotions, with something like that. Maybe you are feeling a lot of anxiety and it's time to seek a professional, maybe some counseling where somebody can hear you out in a neutral way and reflect back to you what you're going through and help you work through that. So be willing to ask for help. Now, one of the things coming up very soon that they want you to know is there's going to be an opportunity to look for the positive in something. And I know that might sound a little challenging, but it sounds like something that is coming up for us may not go exactly the way we thought it was going to go, not quite the way we envisioned it, but they're letting you know that if you will look for the silver lining on how this delay or this change or this maybe even a little bit of a disappointment, maybe somebody calls you up and cancels plans with you, look to see how that's an opportunity. And it could be that you were planning to go out to dinner with some friends this weekend and they're canceling because something came up for them. Maybe they had a stress-related health concern. Now you've got that block of time to go take that class, to go start working on your creative projects. Find ways to turn it into a positive, and that's really going to help you tap into your personal power. So speaking of your personal power here, this is where they want you to trust. You have so much magic within you when you are really original with the way you create. So if you did get some exciting news where people are commending you on the way you've asserted your independence with your creativity, keep going with that. Keep showing how original you are, how genuine and authentic you are. This is going to continue to help you tap into that inner magician and really show others how creative and confident you are in your abilities, whatever those abilities are. Maybe the ability is to create a nurturing home for your children, for your family. Maybe it's your ability to get out and start a YouTube channel and influence other people, or some other kind of social media. So make sure that you are tapping into that inner power there. In fact, let's go ahead and do another affirmation here. I easily show my authenticity. If you'd like to put that in the comments below, I easily show my authenticity. When other people recognize how authentic you are, they look in your eyes and they see, wow, this person is really stretching their wings. They're really getting out there and showing their creativity in a new way. Then you inspire them, and then they want to be with you, and they want to help you, and they want to support you, or they want to share you with their loved ones and their friends. So whatever this is for you, it will benefit you. It could be that you're looking to meet a romantic partner, and by being authentic with some friends or with the group of people, they suddenly are setting you up with somebody that you remind them of, and it's a great match. So you'll know what that is for you. Now, one of the things I want you to be aware of with those around you is there may be some people that are very objective with the decisions that they're making. They're clearing away things or getting rid of things that are not serving them. And they want you to look to see who is able to do this with a sense of humor. Who in your life is able to kind of look back from that 30,000 foot perspective and go, yes, I was kind of a mess when I went through that breakup with my ex way back when. But you know what's funny is I'm such a different person now. I'm in a different space in my life, and I'm loving life now. Who are those people in your life that you could seek this advice from? Maybe you could seek help from. And it could also be somebody that you go out and seek as a mentor. Find somebody who's a leader, who has an influence in their genre or whatever it is that they're doing. You could go find inspiration from people on social media and YouTube. But remember to still be independent. It's okay for you to do it your own way, in your own authentic way, and differently from them, but let them inspire you. Let them support you in that way. That's another way that we can get help. It's just allowing others to motivate us. And remember, we do have our spiritual team for that as well. So don't forget to ask them for help, because that's another thing that's coming up in these messages. Remember to be a team player. Show your high quality work, and remember your spiritual team. Be a team player with them. Allow them to share messages and signs and symbols with you, and then thank them for that, and allow them to guide you in the time that is meant for you, because that is one of the big things that we tend to do as creatives is we want everything to happen now. But if we open up to divine guidance, we stay open and aware, we can see where, okay, this is not the right time to call that person and ask for them to be on our team yet. They're going through something, or okay, this is not the right time for me to let go of that client because I'm going to need that income to propel my project forward down the road. So open up to the guidance you're getting, especially from your spiritual team, about the right time to act, because they were saying that, you need to get things done, but you need to wait for the right time. So let's do another affirmation before we wrap up this guidance. We do have some more guidance for you, but tap into that inner magician and use this affirmation. Write it in the comments below this video if you feel called to do so. I am powerful. Okay, I'm getting angel bumps just saying it myself. I am powerful, and you are powerful. You have so much divine creativity within you when you tap into it, when you trust it, when you affirm it. And you are here for a reason, because you do have access to these magical abilities that are within you. And I am so grateful that you are here. Thank you so much. Thank you to my subscribers who are always here. Please like and share this video with anybody that it resonates with. And let me know in the comments below if you have questions about anything I say, if you want to share an experience with me, if you just like me to do anything different with my videos that would help you, I'm happy to do that. But go ahead and put that in the comment section below. All right, let's go more into this guidance here before we wrap up. And that is that they want you to know when you are allowing yourself to be recognized as a team player, yet also maintain that independence, show how you are authentic. This is going to propel you forward to having that rewarding contentment in your life. You are going to find balance in your emotional needs. You're going to find balance in your material needs. You're going to be able to surround yourself with trustworthy friends when you really tap into how powerful you really are. Now, if you're sitting there saying to yourself, I don't know where my powers are, I don't know how I'm being independent, I don't know even what it is that I want to do next, this is why they're asking you to start checking off your to-do list, honoring your commitments, get things done, and then ask for help from others, because sometimes we are overwhelmed with the things we have to get done. We are overwhelmed with our commitments, so we cannot tap into our life purposes where we have our creative power. And I do actually get that question from my clients a lot. They'll say, what is my life purpose? Will the angels tell me my life purpose? And first of all, the angels are never going to tell us what to do. They don't want us to give our power away. But they also don't want to influence you, because you came here to discover how amazing you are, to discover how powerful you are, especially when you use co-creation, when you create, when you get out there and you show how independent and authentic you are. So if you don't know what it is for you, follow that advice about clearing away things that might be stressing you out so that you can open up to more self-discovery. And you don't have to know it all right now. You know, when I was first doing my intuitive work professionally, I was only working with angels. Eventually, I got guided to do animal communication and energy healing and all kinds of other things. I started taking a deep dive into astrology, which I now work with an astrology service and have a daily podcast on SeriousJoy.com. I know a lot of you have found me that way, and thank you for being here for that. But I'm in this whole world of these spiritual modalities and many more that I haven't even listed here that I never would have known about many years back, especially when I had that experience with the angels when I was 19. You know, I didn't know where that was guiding me. I simply knew it was amazing. You couldn't deny it. I couldn't forget it. And it definitely raised my vibration to the level that I could connect with my higher self and my spiritual team in a bigger way than ever before. I had always felt divinely connected. I always felt my angels with me, but I was now able to meet them in a higher place and stay more open to that. So that's another thing you could work on if you're not really sure what to do next, is how can you raise your vibration to a higher level and meet your spiritual team closer to the middle. You don't have to go halfway, especially if you're new to it, but get closer to that vibration that your spiritual team is on, that your angels are on, and then you'll begin to get a lot more openings, and that will take getting rid of these things that are stressing you out. So what's stressing you out right now? Let me know in the comments, because if there is something stressing you out, this is what they're talking about. They want you to ask for help. They want you to get the things off your list that you can, that are stressing you out, and they want you to ask for help with the things that you can't get done on your own. It's really important to remember we are not meant to do this on our own. You are powerful. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.